People say you don't know what you have until it's gone. The truth is, you knew what you had, you just never knew that you'd lose it. There have been many individuals in my life that have had a positive impact on the way that I think and act. These are individuals that I would talk to almost every day just to hear their voice and to see how they're doing. They all told their variants of stories with different narrating styles, one of which included third person towards himself. My grandfather was a great man. He lived in Greentown, Pennsylvania, and was referred to as a mountain man. My family would call him just about every night to see what he's doing during the day. Between him and his neighbors, he had many daily stories to tell, whether it was about the deer, bears, or neighbors. There was always an interesting event that went on during the day. One of his neighbors was a good friend of his that he's known since he was in his 30s. His neighbors were usually the topic of the stories because one would either be working on a Model T one day or the other would be cutting off another finger. Unfortunately, he had passed away in April at the age of 76. After the funeral, everything just hit me and I realized he wouldn't be around anymore to tell his stories, and I wouldn't be able to see his bright blue eyes and his great smile. Also, he wouldn't be able to sit at the flea markets to share sausage and peppers. Mr. Dow also felt like a grandfather to me. I had known him since I started Malvern in pre-K, and if you knew him, you knew he wouldn't forget a face. Mr. Dow and Mr. Pauly were both great guys while they were on campus. I would also get a hello, Mr. Cintron, from Mr. Dow, or Matt, how are you? Or how we doing from Mr. Pauly. I always loved hearing one of those phrases during the day. Once I did, I knew it would be a good day. Now as the year goes on and time flies by, I look over to the middle school to see old memories and laugh inside my head. The one thing that completed my day when I went around the loop was Mr. Dell directing traffic at the middle school. My dad would always roll down the window and Mr. Dell would ask, "How are those Giants doing?" with his Boston accent. Also, whenever he talked about baseball, he would close his eyes and nod his head and saying, "My Red Sox have been doing good recently. They're unbelievable." Unfortunately, now Mr. Pauly and Mr. Dell have moved on from Malvern Academy, but they have left great memories for others back here at the academy. The motivational and inspiring words of them both will be missed. It is the little things that people say or do that make a big impact. All of these individuals have had such an impact on my life. Unfortunately, I will no longer be able to see them or be able to hear their stories. The truth must really be that you know what you've had, you know what you've done, but you never thought you'd lose it. After all these years that I've known these great individuals who I've learned a lot from, they have moved on in their own directions. I'd like to thank my parents for helping me along this journey, and as long as with my teachers. I'd also like to thank my brother Justin for guiding me through in the right direction and telling me which classes to take, which classes to avoid. Thank you.
Good.